And so, are you feeling retro or not? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and today we will see together if Nikon really announced the Nikon ZF or not. I'm saying today, but it's tomorrow because I'm recording this video the day before, and so I'm still waiting for August 2nd to see and to double check if Nikon rumors they were right or wrong. So if this Nikon ZF that has been in the rumor for quite a while has been announced or not, and what is the targeted price. They were saying $2,000. That sounded way too aggressive for me. I mean, for $2,000 there are not many other cameras with that level that you can get, and so that would be very aggressive because other camera brands, Nikon, Sony, Panasonic and all the other ones are competing to have you switch into their system, because once you switch into a new system and you get new glasses, especially considering the price that the glasses are having nowadays due to the technology implemented in that, then it's more difficult to divest, and so they want you to switch to those camera systems. And Nikon, they are playing this card with the retro style, but honestly they sold plenty of Nikon Z FC, that was the crop camera, retro style, and the only glasses available were the kit lens 16 to 50 or the 28mm, dressed in the same retro style, because if you want to have a retro camouflage on your camera, then you want to have it also on your glasses, right? Otherwise, mounting new Z-mount glasses on a retro style camera, that would be like pretending that an old Volkswagen Beetle is a transformer. Simply doesn't fit, right? And so with this Nikon ZF, which is supposedly a full-frame camera in retro style, we still don't know what sensor, because the rumors were not so reliable this time. We discussed it many times with Nikon rumors and plenty of times within Facebook groups, forums, and it just never happened. And so this time, what would that be? Would that be a Nikon Z6 Mark II with camouflage? Would that be a Nikon Z7 Mark II with camouflage? Of course, it will not be a Nikon Z9, but eventually it might be a Nikon Z8 with camouflage, so dressed up as a retro camera. But when it comes down to retro styling, this is the driver for what choice? Why are you going for a retro styled camera? When it comes to my personal opinion, I would go for a retro style camera like my Leica Q2, because I want to have manual dials for the main commands that are the exposure triangle, the ISO with a dedicated dial, the shutter speed with another dedicated dial, and the f aperture on the glass. As simple as that. I don't care about cosmetic, right? I only care about my workflow. But if you're not a professional and maybe you purchase the Nikon Z FC, let's say because it's fun to have, that would be a super valid camera for tourism. So you're going around with your camera with the kit lens, that was the 16 to 50mm, 3.5 to 5.6 if I'm not wrong, and that was good enough, and that was compact enough. It was lightweight and pocketable for you traveling. You didn't need many more glasses. Why? Because you were not having a professional use with that camera, but that was a crop camera, while the ZF is supposed to be a full frame. So a full frame, I don't think that many of us are investing good money into a new system in the full frame camera to get IBIS, to get autofocus in tracking just for pleasure, right? Unless you have specific needs, but like the bulk of the budget is for people traveling. And otherwise, even other kind of photography like astrophotography or sports photography, you should be kind of a pro, otherwise you just don't get a camera that is good enough to justify that investment. You don't go for faster glasses, you don't go for that much of a dynamic range. You can have other in-between choices. While now Nikon is proposing, assuming this is gonna happen, it is proposing a full frame camera with the Z mount, meaning that you can have those beautiful, magnificent, newly developed glasses in a full frame body, and they are saying they're proposing this camera for $2,000. Well, if it's really happening, that would be oh so aggressive versus competitors, especially because competitors, they are quite strategically positioned. If you think about Sony, they made a whole world around these AI and focusing capabilities. They just released the Sony Alpha 6700, and they are about to announce the A7C Mark II, which is still a full frame, which is still a retro styled camera, but with all the latest Sony technology. And so here Nikon really has to make the difference, and I'm curious to see what the difference, and I'm curious to see what this difference will be about. So please bear with me, comment down here below, let me know what are your 2 cents, and let's see together if Nikon is making this move or not. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the new videos to come, and I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.